What's up, Carlos?
What's up, Mac?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How you feeling?
Pretty good. A little
Okay.
tired.
A little tired? Same
Yeah.
here.
Long day today. We had a decently long weekend. Yes, last night was the zombie crawl here in Reno, which is basically just a big bar crawl through the entire city. Downtown.
Halloween themed. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
First time ever going to a bar crawl, and
same.
I think I can say it was pretty fun. A lot of
It
people.
was pretty fun. A lot of people. I feel like we should have gone to more of the bars that were outside in downtown
Yes.
as opposed to going into the Row Casino
Mm-hmm.
because
I feel like we lost.
we lost so much time because we were just trying to. The girls were trying to get into the clubs.
Yeah.
That's really what it was. I don't like clubs. I really don't because it's just busy and packed, and you stand around doing nothing for a long time. Girls love clubs. I don't care about them whatsoever.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Not a big fan. I mean, I was just following around since it was my first time.
Yeah.
Whatever my lady wanted to do, I guess. And then, so I mean, that's pretty much it. Like,
Yeah. My picture of a bar crawl is like you go to bars, get a drink, whatever
Mhm.
drink they offer at that bar, and then you drink it and go to the next bar. Do
Right.
the same thing.
kind of socialize. And,
Exactly. Meet people and stuff like that. Like we started at the Stick, which was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
It was
a good
cool.
place to
And
start.
then immediately went to the casinos. And I was just like,
Mhm.
damn.
Yeah, we should have gone to where like Jackie worked.
Yeah, we
Office.
should have. I was
Should've gone
thinking
there,
that. We should have gone to the actual bars and not to these fucking clubs. I
Yeah,
hate clubs
or
so much.
Playfield 76. That was a cool one.
I
Just a
heard
bunch of-
Playfield 76 is pretty sick.
It's
I've
like
never
a-
been there.
No?
No.
Oh, we should go there for fun one day.
Yeah.
Just maybe next Sunday
Maybe.
or Saturday because I don't have
Saturday would be better
I don't have school next
because
weekend.
I work on Mondays.
Perfect. I don't have school next weekend, so it'd be perfect to go. Just kind of like hang around, have a beer or two, or not even drink. They have like a little old school arcade games. Do they have?
Yeah,
a
explain Playfield 76 for those that might be interested in.
Yeah.
In
So
Reno.
it's a old school arcade game bar basically. So they have like pinball machines, they have skee ball, they have like old school arcade, like The Simpsons, old school like button joystick type of like feeling, and then they got like Astros and like all this old
Okay.
schoul shit.
Asteroids.
Yeah, Asteroids. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Galactica or something.
Galaga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I love that fucking game. I set
Yeah.
I have set the high score at that place like 2-3 times. And
Nice.
my lady can confirm that.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm such a nerd with that game.
No,
and,
it's good.
and they have
It's
great
good.
they have great drinks, like good like little mixed drinks and everything. And it's a chill bar. It's not like super packed or anything. It's
Okay.
usually like pretty moderate. You don't have to yell into people's ear,
Yeah.
which I love that.
Yeah, I do not. That's another reason I don't like clubs. I don't like having to yell to talk to you
I hate that.
when you're right, like literally this distance. I have to get up
like
right in your
ear.
ear and yell in your ear for you to be able to hear me. It's not fun. Not fun whatsoever.
And then it's just I don't know. And then girls too, when they talk in your ear, they're just yelling and it's just piercing.
Especially
your ear.
if they're drunk and their speech is
Oh,
slurred.
yeah.
It's great. It's the greatest. It's the greatest.
But yeah, I hate clubs too. I don't think they're fun. I mean,
No,
unless
I don't think so either.
if that's what
especially
you're going
when
for,
you have to wait an hour to get in line or to
Fuck.
get in.
that's the
It's
worst
just
part.
Terrible. Just terrible.
I was trying to tell Lee Mac, I was like, dude, we need to get famous so you can just be like, hey, what's up, guys? We're here. Just walk
Yeah,
in.
right.
Or something.
Eventually, one day, we just got to stick with it.
Or just like we know people. So
Eventually,
many people. Yeah,
eventually, we'll keep hanging out with Jackie.
I know, right? No, but it was fun. We got a little tipsy. It was good, but nothing too crazy. Nothing to the point where we're like not knowing where we were at.
Got home safe, used
Yeah.
DDs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But other than that, it was a fun night.
It
Cool
was.
night.
It was like, despite the club, which actually I ended up running into someone that I knew from a previous job because we went to the club. So that was cool.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I just don't like clubs. So
No,
I'd
I
rather
feel it.
not.
I feel it. I think the waiting line, the whole yelling in people's ear.
It's not fun.
Like I feel like if you're going to a club, one, you should have, easy access into like you're getting in there within the next no more than 15 minutes.
Can I say something controversial?
What?
I don't even like getting twerked on. Does that make me weird? Because
No.
it's just not an enjoy. I'm like, that's not dancing. First off,
Mm-hmm.
it's not dancing. But second, it's like, why do I want to get blue balls in public?
That's true though.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, if this is what we're gonna do, let's go do that somewhere else.
Personally, same. Like I
Yeah.
don't find it like, I don't know if
I don't
like,
find it attractive.
like with my lady, that's different. Like if I'm dancing with my lady, that's great.
Well, yeah,
I like that. But if it's like a random chick and then we're just kind of like shooting the shit but like dancing,
it's either way. I've got a more low key vibe than clubs allow.
I feel that. I don't know, but when I went to Vegas, that was pretty fun. I've never been clubbing till I did Vegas on my friend's girlfriend's birthday, and that was pretty fun. Like I was like, okay, I had a great time because my lady and I were dancing. We're all dancing as a group, having some drinks, just kind of like having fun. And it was a really good experience. It was awesome, actually. But
Nice.
but to be like, oh, dude, let's go out to the club tonight. It's not. You'd never hear me or say something like that ever in my life.
No.
It's like, oh yeah, like I'm looking forward to the club this weekend. Like,
Nah, I'd rather not.
not me. You know, like
And it's just a lot of dumb shit goes on. Like people get in fights.
Yeah.
There's like
people are
people are unpredictable when it comes to alcohol.
It's annoying.
It's very annoying.
Like you got people like staring you down just because like they accidentally bumped into you, so now they think you have beef with them. It's like no, bitch. Like
you caught eye, like you locked eyes with a dude's chick for half a second. And now he wants to fight you because that shit does happen.
it's like, damn, bro, that's your girl. It's like, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, she's kind of bad though.
Good job.
No, I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
give him a compliment. Be like, hey, good job, bro. She's gorgeous. That might de-escalate it. He might get more mad. You never know.
You actually might be your friend.
He might end up, yeah. He might be. Maybe he'll get invited.
Yeah, maybe you like take his girl.
No, but yeah, clubs not really the vibe for me. I'd rather get some drinks with friends at bars rather than clubs.
Like at a bar or just I don't know.
I mean, it's bar hopping, not club hopping.
True.
So
True.
it's always the girls that want to go to the clubs.
Yeah, because they like to shake their ass.
I know, and it's annoying.
It is.
It really is.
I just hate the fucking waiting in line. That's the dumbest. I don't know. I feel so vulnerable when I'm in line waiting to get
That
into the
being
place.
said, waiting behind who we waited behind for, that was hilarious.
Oh god.
Yeah, never mind. We don't need to talk about that.
No.
But that was we
For those that
saw
know,
someone.
no.
We saw someone that we know that it's just kind of funny that they were in front of us. Yeah,
that was pretty interesting.
was-
What are
that
the
was
fucking
pretty
odds? You know.
I know. Right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wild. Anyway, yeah. So for today's serious topic, actually, no. Wait, what did you do today? You had breakfast with your girl's family.
Yeah. So this morning, before after going to the clubs and stuff, whatnot, or actually going to the lines because that's really what we wasted most of our time in.
Pretty much, and then we sat at a table the entire time.
Yeah. Y'all going to the clubs? Now we're going to the lines. It's gonna wait in lines, and then
Yeah.
once we get to the front, we're gonna go all the way in back again. Just
Just
just as fun.
just for fun.
No, but we woke up this morning. I wasn't even hungover because I didn't really drink as much as I thought I did or wanted to, or like didn't even want to. Honestly, that's why I kind of just kept it pretty chill the other night. But we went to this breakfast place here, not too far, maybe like about 5 minutes from here, 6 minutes.
Where'd you go?
Called Chilaquiles.
Okay.
It's really good. I think
I have to check it out sometime.
I think the presentation, the vibe, and the way they prep their food is amazing. I think they get like I'm gonna say like a 8, 9 out of 10.
That's a pretty high rating.
And the way you present it though,
Okay,
just like the presentation, the view, the vibes,
that's pretty good.
all that stuff. The food, really good, but it needs some work. No offense.
Needs some.
I
work.
love it.
Okay, how so?
I mean, I wouldn't.
If you're gonna be Mr. Food Critic, tell them what they can do better.
Maybe a little bit more flavor on some of the stuff that we get.
Not enough spices.
No, the spice is amazing. That's one thing I do love about that place.
Oh, okay.
Like I ate this. It was like this. Was it it was like these like burrito or something, or it was like a torta, so like a sandwich basically, like a Mexican sandwich, and it was like super spicy. I mean, I was drenching in sweat
Oh
and
wow.
everything, and it was so good. It was like sweet, salty, and spicy, which was amazing. And then like it was funny because my girl's mom's like, careful, because last time, you know, one of their uncles and then the brother, they ate that same thing I ate, and then they were like drenching in sweat. Like they're like, I think they met their match, because they like spicy food.
Yeah.
And then me being a man, nonsense. I was like, give me that shit. And I ate it, and I was like, taking first bites. I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. I'm like, freaking like, these are wussies. And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, oh my god, this is fucking horrible idea. And then they're like, hey, how is it? Is it spicy? I'm like, no. And I was just drenched in sweat, tears in my eyes, and I was like, I had to sit back, and I was like,
Mans did the one chip challenge.
I literally went like, yeah, one chip challenge. I'm not even freaking kidding. It was kind of like that.
Really?
Never
Have
had
you
that
done
chip. No, but they sell them at the gas station.
I know, dude. There was this guy. Oh my god.
I kind of want to try it.
I work with some idiots a lot of times. I work in a trade, so you're gonna have a lot of idiots in trades, unfortunately. We need more smart people, and it's a good living, especially if you're young. Like it's a good start to life is learning a trade and working in the trades, doing construction or something.
Mm-hmm.
Very good start to life, especially as a man. You gotta learn how to work with your hands, learn how to work hard, learn how to work with other men that are like maybe a little rough around the edges, and just like it's a good socialization period is to work in the trades for a little bit, right out of high school, while you're in college, whatever the case may be, while you're studying, whatever you need. And there's always jobs in construction. So it's a good route to take if you can make it work. But the one chip challenge, we had this guy at work that he's our painter, and he's a little off sometimes. He's not all there. He probably did a decent amount of drugs before he turned like 30.
Or it's because of the paint.
Or the paint. He's going hard on the paint. But anyways, at work, like it's like 11 a.m. So we have like the whole day ahead of us still.
Oh, what an idiot.
At work, takes the chip and like didn't read the box, didn't know what it was just like kind of egged on by my other coworkers. And I had no idea this happened until after he was already gone. Like he went to the hospital for stomach pain or something.
He did?
He did. He took himself to the hospital. He was like, I feel terrible. I'm going to go to the hospital because blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I want to look up. You keep talking. I want to look up what level of spiciness this thing is.
Yeah, but it's just like so stupid. He took it at work. These freaking other tradesmen just egged him on to do something stupid like that at work. Just, yeah, it was not a good time. Everyone that I've ever seen a video of eating the one chip challenge is just not enjoying life. I haven't done it. I'll probably do it at some point.
I would like to try it just
to say you tried it.
So I wouldn't. I don't know.
That's a spicy ass chip. I mean,
think
you'll live.
I think I would do it if like 4 of my other buddies did it, so we can all suffer together.
Yeah, that's a good fallback.
Have you seen that one TikTok where that lady, she's like a Hispanic lady, she like she eats the chip. She's like, it's like nothing. Like it has, she's like, it doesn't really have a flavor, and it's like it's not that spicy. She eats the whole thing, like nothing.
Let me like the neck. It cuts to her being like, "What the fuck did I eat?"
No. She's literally like just takes like a champ. Is like, oh. She's like,
no flavor.
I've had no flavor. I've had hotter things than this, and I was like, this.
It's because you ain't got no taste buds, woman.
I know. What are you looking at? No, respect to her, but like I'm on the website right now. It's called 2022 Paki, Parkway, whatever, one chip challenge.
Yep. Yeah, they have them at gas stations. It's crazy.
This is insane. It says supercharged Carolina Reaper pepper and stinging scorpion pepper with a shocking twist. It'll turn your tongue blue.
Okay.
One eye watering, cursing, indulging chip made with the hottest peppers on the fucking planet. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because people like to push their limits, and
Mm.
that's just what people do.
Need to build your heat tolerance? Check out our other spicy chips. What is this?
They just want to sell chips, man. They're just trying to sell novelty items
I like how they have like
that
a
are
little,
edible.
literally. I like how they have this like this scoring, like how long can you last before
Oh yeah, I
you're
think an
circuit.
hour is like the top of the best of the best.
It's like 1 minute powerless, 10 minutes powerful, 30 minutes supercharged, 1 hour invincible. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know how you do that.
No, thank
I
you.
mean, I don't know. I'm not like terrible when it comes to spicy stuff, but I'm also not Mexican.
I don't think it matters if you are
No,
or
it
not.
doesn't.
It's just,
It really doesn't.
I just feel like that's
That was super
really
racist of me to say.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay, cool.
That's
Just
fine.
making sure.
No, I don't think it was racist. I just think
I feel like it was.
I think when it comes to the chip challenge, it's like it's everyone's game, you know.
Anyone. Yeah.
I think it's what if you try to do it on the podcast?
Really, it's just like whether or not you eat spicy stuff. We should do it on the podcast.
And then try to continue the
you,
podcast.
me, and Adam.
Bro. Yes.
No, Adam is. Oh no, he would not. He would not survive.
Oh no. Yeah,
He's
he told
too
me.
white.
He's like
He's
fuck.
far too
I
white.
told him like because I saw him at the gas station. I took a screenshot of it. No, a screenshot. A fucking snap, and I sent it to him. And then he's like, "Fuck that."
Fuck that.
Like,
Hell no.
He's like, "No." And then but imagine excuse me. We find someone else, maybe Jackie or who knows who, and we all take it the chip challenge, and we continue the podcast like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty awful.
That would be amazing.
Bring lots of milk. Lots of milk.
I like beer. I don't know why, but beer helps me.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Interesting.
Because when I went
I
to,
do know actually that if you're drunk, if you want to sober up really fast, eating something spicy.
did not know that.
Yeah, my uncle told me he ate. I think he had a few drinks at like Buffalo Wild Wings and started eating wings, and just like sobered up super quick.
Just sweat it out.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
No wonder people Mexican people like to drink or eat menudo or pozole then like the next day. So let's say they call it the hangover cure.
That makes sense actually.
So actually, yeah,
That
really
actually
spicy.
sounds.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So I was like, okay. I remember
I see that.
I remember my uncles or my dad when I was younger. They were always eating that after like a night of just drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, they either be like super diaphoretic, which is like them sweating, like like a shitload of
Sweating
sweat.
profusely.
Yeah, just drenched and then tearing up, and they're like, and then like literally within like 10, 15 minutes of them eating, they would feel fine.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
And they'll
That's
still be
insane.
drinking though. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have just had some of that and drove home last night.
Literally, right? Big old bowl of menudo. All right, I'm all good now.
I'm good to drive home. No, I didn't. I did not drive drunk.
Good.
Yes,
Glad you did.
because I woke up at like 8:40, and Adam was like, "Hey, you want to go to the range?" And I was like, "Low key, would like to go home and sleep in my own bed, but yeah, we can go to the range."
You guys are on crack, dude.
Hey, that's all him.
That was
he got
so
off work
early.
and was like, "Yeah, let's go to the range." And, I mean, last time I went earlier than that, but we ended up getting there at like 12.
What time do you guys show up today? Like 10?
No, today we showed up to the range at 12.
Oh, at 12.
But
okay.
last time I went shooting, I think we got there at like 10. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Damn. Well,
It's a good
if you-
spot.
Next
It's a
time you
good
guys
spot.
go, let me know. I'll be so down to go.
Absolutely.
Wait,
Absolutely.
do you go to a shooting range too?
Every now and then, but you have to pay for a shooting range, whereas this spot you don't have to pay.
That video you posted, was that today? Or
Yeah, that was today.
we shot the MP40?
Oh no, that was at a range.
Was it? Okay,
Yeah,
that was
that's
older.
it. That's at Reno Guns and Range.
Got you.
Yeah.
I've been there actually. The first year I lived here,
Oh really?
I wanted to go shoot and like possibly buy a gun or anything. It's been like a year or two already that I've been saying that, but
You'll get there one day.
went to go try out like Glocks, Rugers, and then I even shot a shotty. It was a pretty cool experience. Like I was like, hell yeah. And then this guy came up to me. He's like, you shot before? I was like, no, it's my first time, but I have. He's like, hey, Bob. I don't know what the guy's name. Making up his name. Hey, Bob, we got a natural over here. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, no, shoot sideways. No, it's fine. No. No, but it was pretty cool. The guy's like, yeah, if you want classes or you need to learn how to shoot or you want like tactical training, we do have courses, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
How much are they? And he said the price, and I was just like,
I'm good.
I'll go grab my wallet. Be right back.
And just left.
Yeah, never came back.
No, yeah, Reno Guns and Range is cool. That's where I got the MP40 and the Scar. It's like $50 a mag though.
Oh, I thought you bought them. I was like,
no. I wish that'd be sick. I would love to own some Filato guns. That'd be awesome. But no, you can rent their guns, and the entire price for the rental is $50 per mag. So, and there's only 25 rounds a mag, but so that's kind of meh. But at the same time, it's not that bad price wise. Like $2 a round, but I mean you're paying maybe $1 a round anyway. And then another $1 on top of that to rent the gun, essentially. So, yeah,
that's not bad though.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I just hate how like you put in so many bullets to a clip, and within seconds it's gone.
Yeah, it takes 60 seconds to 5 minutes, depending on how big the mag is, to load the mag, and 30 seconds to empty it,
or less.
Or less.
Yeah,
usually less.
I remember putting, it was like a 15 bullet holder or 12, like
magazine
in the mag. Yeah, a bullet holder.
I wasn't trying to be like too obvious in correcting you, but but yeah.
Yeah, you can tell I don't know shit about
It's
guns.
okay. It's okay.
I hate when people come up to me, it's like, oh, like I guess I have the fucking face or something. It's like they start saying all these numbers and names, and I'm just like, yeah, that's cool, dude. Yeah, I've seen that
sick,
before.
My guy.
It's like, oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Oh no shit, you got to grab that one.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, then I was thinking about grabbing this, and I was like, oh, dude, why wouldn't you?
Of course.
No idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Literally filled up the magazine, pulled back, started shooting. Literally, it was like I only put 3 bullets in there. That's how it felt. It was like, da, 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 da. And it's like, I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then like I wasted a whole fucking like box because like I guess for the guns it's a lot cheaper. I don't know, or maybe not.
I don't know,
but I paid like $80 for a good decent amount of rounds. And then since it was my first time, they kind of like threw in a little extra. That way I can get a feel for it, really get me like hooked.
Yeah, basically. It worked.
And I was like, all right, cool. And then he's like, yeah, we can like, the guy literally, he told me, he's like, you've been shooting before? Or you've never shot a gun before? And I was like, okay, I can be that guy that's like, yeah, I've shot before and not know shit. Or I can be that guy that's like been shooting before, but don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, this is my first time ever. And the guy's like, okay. He explained the whole process. He explained how to pull it. He said never, kind of whip your gun back or like point at anyone else because like or else you will be shot.
Yeah. Yeah, you will.
If you hit your target, you get excited. Don't jump with the gun. Like, don't do anything stupid, basically.
It's really self-explanatory.
Right.
Basic gun safety is don't point your gun at anything that you are not willing to absolutely destroy. Person, object, whatever. And then also, of course, like if you live in an apartment, point it in the safest direction possible. It's like if it were to go off, theoretically, you want it to not go through walls and kill people.
Exactly.
So at the ceiling if you're on the top floor, or at the floor if you're on the bottom floor. And just be smart.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, when I held that, the handgun or like any type of gun, I was like, dude, I have so much power in this thing. Like, people think having guns or whatever is fucking cool. You want to show off. Like, that shit right there, that's not gun safety. No, bro. If you're fucking posting this shit on your hip, pretending that you're fucking this badass just because you have a fucking gun, get the fuck out of here, bro. Because you don't even know how that actually feels to, like, shoot. Like, the power behind that thing. And know you can literally kill someone within a second with that gun. That's hard. For some people, that's really hard to realize. Until they fucking pull that trigger and they actually hurt someone.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And then that's when you get those people that are just like, they like in shock, and then they cry about how like, oh, I'm so sorry, then I was gonna kill. And like, bitch,
Dude, have you heard of affluenza?
sounds familiar.
So it's like, obviously, influenza is just the flu.
Mm-hmm.
Affluenza is essentially like people that are so affluent that they're disconnected from reality in a lot of ways, because maybe they grew up in a rich home where they had no consequences whatsoever for their actions, and then say they turn 18 and they're driving recklessly, driving drunk, and kill someone with their car, and they're just like they're just shell shocked because they never had to deal with the reality of their consequences, and that kind of shell shock is called affluenza. And so it's a very similar thing if you have no experience around firearms, no one teaching you firearm safety. Like my first time shooting guns was with my uncle in Oregon, who's a police officer, and his dad, who was a sheriff. And then after that, who did I go with after that? I'm not entirely sure. But I've been decently around guns and people who knew guns my entire life, and my foundation was people that were very, very respectful of the danger of guns. So there's that side. I got lucky there. But then also on top of that, you do need to practice. Like if you own guns, don't be the person that buys a gun and you're like, okay, I have a gun for safety, and then you never look at it.
Oh yeah,
that's terrible. You're useless at that point. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't jam. You don't know because you've never shot your gun.
yeah. And if something happens, don't be an asshole about it. Don't be like, oh, well, it's the gun's fault, or like, oh, I never got proper training. It's like getting a
Guns
gym
don't
membership.
kill people.
Exactly. It's like getting a gym membership and then not using it. And then you go to a doctor and they're like, oh, you're diabetic. Oh, you have this, or you're obese. And be like, well, fuck the doctor. Why do you tell me that? Like, I have a gym membership. Yeah, bitch, but did you use it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, did you work? Did you practice? Did you train?
Yeah.
Same thing with a gun. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but, if you don't use it, you lose it. I heard that a lot from people that actually have guns and stuff like that. If you don't practice your skills and, one of my, don't really want to expose him too much, I don't know, but one of our neighbors here, he kind of like, he's a tactical trainer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a tactical trainer, CCW certified, I think that's what he is. He's also a security guard, and he's
awesome.
He's retired now though, so he's like he does security for fun and all the training and stuff.
Nice.
He kind of focuses on women, like training women how to handle a gun, pepper spray.
Absolutely. Women, get yourselves some guns, because for the most part, you're not going to be able to physically compete with a guy if he's attacking you. So please get yourself some guns.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we even had a girl to confirm that yesterday too. Yeah. Yesterday, we were having the conversation.
Who?
Do you remember?
I don't remember.
We were just talking about, we just sparked.
Oh yes, no, I remember. I remember Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
We were in the I remember that conversation.
We purposely I sometimes say
we started
shit.
talking about like Andrew Tate or something too.
And she got pissed. She's like, "Fuck that guy." I was like,
"That guy." Blah, 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 blah.
And
we were just like, everything he says is based on biology. First off, for the most part, biology and evolution.
I just thought it was funny how we got someone so mad, or not mad, but so
worked up.
Yeah, so worked up for something. Sort of just saying one name, and then I knew it was gonna happen because the way she was talking about, like, I don't know.
The best part is like she just proved Andrew Tate right too, because Andrew Tate says all the time, like, if you can be affected emotionally by someone's words to such a great degree, then you're under their control. And like literally, that's exactly what he did to this chick.
Exactly.
Was just say his name, and all of a sudden she was like going crazy on this tangent about Andrew Tate, and I was just like, damn. Don't talk about Andrew Tate to ladies.
And then
or do it if you just want to be that guy.
And then he started saying something else. He's like, "Do you think men should protect women, or you like who do you look like if
if we got attacked,
yeah,
who are you expecting to fight the guy?"
And she's like, "The man." I was like, "Okay,
that's it.
You got
that's
to dinner."
Like all of it.
And I love how they try to switch up.
They say they'd pay half, but they want the guy to pay.
Oh,
they at the very least want the guy to pay for the most part.
It's like, well, I
mean,
pay
who
too.
wouldn't? I get it. I don't want to pay, but I will because I'm a guy and it's my job.
I think it's
the thing that you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 50 Cent that said, if you go on a date, who pays? Is the person that wanted to take you out. right?
Yeah, that's actually another good rule. If a girl asks you out, you could be like, well, you're paying because this was not in my
Yeah, I wasn't trying to go. I'm like,
I
oh,
wasn't trying to go out, but if you really want to, you're gonna have to cover that because that wasn't in my plans. Well, I mean, you could also still pay anyways, but like,
you know,
still.
and then and then when girls expect you to pay for their friends and stuff like that, never had that happen to me.
Never
But,
and never will. Not happening.
Yeah, you're tripping, bro. I'm paying for my woman and my woman only. I already have.
You don't have a man's? Oh, that's you have money?
Well, shit. They have water and breadsticks here. It's pretty filling. You know. No, but that was fun having that argument. But back to guns. Yeah, I feel like you should be safe and actually take some courses if you're gonna want to buy one. Like,
Absolutely.
learn how to
Or go
have
with
one.
people that know what they're doing too.
Yeah. Like if people that been doing that for like years or actually know their shit,
Absolutely.
learn from them. And if they have gun safety, they're not dead yet, then that means that they've been safe with guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of rude to say, but yeah.
Yeah. No, gun safety is extremely important to everyone that owns guns and appreciates the Second Amendment and all of that is that's the number one thing. You never, like I said, never point your gun at anything that you're not absolutely willing to destroy. And then 2, if you are going to shoot someone, make sure you kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, because
and if you don't want to kill them when you shoot them, don't shoot them. That's it. That's like the whole idea. Like people get mad, like why can't you just shoot them in the leg? Like at police officers and stuff. Like why can't you just shoot them in the leg? It's not how this works.
the rules and laws.
The rule is if you're going to shoot them, it's because you need to kill them. That is the only reason to shoot a person is to kill them, not to hurt them, not to maim them. And because first off, they're going to sue your ass.
Yep.
They will sue your ass, and they can, and they probably will win. And then 2, they can't say that they weren't attacking you if they're dead.
Yeah. So you have your defense.
Yeah. Like it needs to be obvious. There's also so much crazy stuff. Like if you shoot them in the back.
Oh yeah. I heard about that too.
Yeah. If you shoot them in the back in a situation, like say that they turn around to grab something to swing at you, like, for a fact, they're going to try and kill you with something that they grab. But if you shoot them in the back while they're turned away in that second, you will probably end up going to jail.
Yeah.
So like there's a bunch of different, like they will look at the autopsy and make sure that it's very obvious that you were under attack, they were facing you, they were the aggressor. Like they can figure out whether or not the person was laying on the ground and you shot them in the chest while they were on the ground. All that stuff. So
it actually makes a lot of sense in movies or certain things that I've seen. They want to wait for the person to actually look at them or look like they're about to attack to take that shot.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I heard about that though.
Yeah. You really want to have lawyers too. Like there's a USCCA it's a membership for people that own firearms, that concealed carry, that open carry, all of that, so that if you do find yourself in a situation where you need to use your gun in a self-defense scenario, if you have this membership, then they have lawyers that will defend you in court in the event that you ended up needing to use your weapon for defense.
That's pretty cool. I did not know that. What's
called USCCA?
USCCA. Okay. What is it? United States Concealed Carries?
I have no idea. I do not know what it stands for. I don't have a CCW, so I haven't gotten USCCA, but Colion Noir, he's a lawyer and YouTuber, Second Amendment advocate, things like that. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast multiple times, especially like after mass shootings happened, like after Uvalde, Texas, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, interesting.
And so, yeah, Colion Noir, he's a really good, legal advice because he is a lawyer. And he's a super pro Second Amendment YouTuber and does gun reviews, does all kinds of stuff about the legal side of guns, everything. So really good resource if you want to look more into all of the legal arguments for why you should own something like an AR-15, which I think everyone should own an AR-15.
Some type of rifle, yeah.
Some type of rifle. I really want to get a long rifle, like a .338 Lapua.
See,
Have you been in Shields and gone to the gun racks and see the really big rifles, the bolt action rifles? One of those.
Okay.
They're like $2,500.
Which one's the one you shooting in that video? Was it Scar or Far? Was it?
The automatic one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Scar.
That was sick.
Thing was massive. I felt like Rambo.
Fuck yeah, dude! You were shooting that thing, so it was pushing you back.
It was, because it's a 7.62. It's the same as an AK, AK-47.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it might be a slightly different size bullet, but basically the same. There's 7.62 by 39, and then 7.62 by 51 is different caliber sizes. And then anyways, I don't remember whether or not the AK and the Scar are the same, but regardless, still a big fucking bullet. It's bigger than a 5.56, that's for sure.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, really fun. Really fun.
That must be fun to shoot. I want to shoot that one.
You really just want to fire from the hip because, unless you practice with it, you're not going to be, aiming down sights.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
I want to feel how it feels. I want to see the power behind it. Can you actually buy that gun?
So there are ways to get fully automatic weapons. They have to be older than a certain year, or you have to be like SWAT or a sheriff or law enforcement in a way that allows you to get it, basically. You have to be active duty law enforcement, I'm pretty sure,
Makes
to
sense.
have an automatic weapon. Or you have to be a firearms dealer.
Okay, makes sense.
So, like, own your own gun store or a manufacturer. I think you can also own one if you're a firearms manufacturer.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
That being said, I'm pretty sure in the entire U.S., it's legal to make guns. And if you home make your own gun, that's legal.
Really?
You might have to get it registered. Like state to state, it's different. Like in California, you definitely have to get it registered. But pretty sure every state you can make your own guns. So if you learned how to make a fully automatic gun, you might be able to just make it and register it and own it. Granted, if you make it, who knows who would know that you made it?
Exactly.
And I'm not giving legal advice. Do not conceal things from the government.
This is not advice. We're just talking. We're talking about the camera in front of us.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are lucky to hear it.
Theoretically, you could potentially end up, there are probably people that make guns and then never register them because no one knows that they made them.
Exactly.
Theoretically, probably happens.
What is that? It's like a agency, I think. Like
the ATF, yeah. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Are they legit, or is it just a fucking random ass team that got together and made it?
So they are like a legal branch of the government. I'm not entirely sure how much power they have. That being said, if someone shows up to my door with an ATF hat on, I'm going to call the police and say, hey, these people are dressed up trying to take my guns, and I think you should arrest them. And people have done that where they call the cops on the ATF and the cops arrest the ATF.
No way.
And take them away.
Don't they have guns too, or like pepper sprays?
Yeah, they have stuff. But if you're not aggressing, then you can just be like, I don't believe that you are who you say you are. And then you go and call the cops. Don't open your door for them. Because unless they have a warrant, which if they have a warrant, typically they're going to be with police officers.
Makes sense.
But if it's just ATF guys that show up at your house, fuck them, call the cops.
And then why do they come to your house? Or like,
because there's maybe the FBI got a tip that you had something that they don't want you to have, or so if you want to get a suppressor, you have to register it with the NFA, the National Firearms Act. You have to register it through the ATF, basically. So you have to pay a $200 tax thing, and it gets stamped so that it's on a registry now. And then same with if you get a barrel shorter than 16 inches. And then a couple other things. I know that you definitely have to do that if you had like an automatic weapon, a fully automatic weapon. And there might be other things that fall under the tax stamp NFA thing, but I know for short barrels and suppressors, you need to get an NFA, which is really lame, but it is what it is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep.
Even suppressors, huh?
Yeah.
I thought those were illegal.
No, they're legal in Nevada. You can go to Shields and pick one up. I mean, you still have to get it tax stamped.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They're expensive.
How much are they?
Like, it ranges, but in the range of like $500 for a cheap one
Mm-hmm.
and like $1,200 for a good one.
Wow.
The one that I want for my AR is $1,200.
Damn.
It's a Surefire, so the brand is called Surefire, and so the one that I want, basically, it has a muzzle brake or a flash hider. Can't remember what it is, but it's the attachment at the end, and then you put the suppressor over it. And then, so theoretically, if you had 2 rifles of the same caliber, you could have the muzzle brake or the flash hider on both of them, and then just interchange your suppressor from one gun to the other.
Interesting.
Because it's a quick release type of suppressor.
Oh, okay. A little
So
snap
like,
on, snap
yeah,
on.
instead
Okay.
of just having to untwist it, and then now you have to twist on another muzzle device, you just have your either muzzle brake or flash hider, and then your suppressor just snaps on.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
That's something I wouldn't mind buying.
I really want a new sight. So I want to get, because I built my gun really well. I built it Aero Precision, which is a pretty good brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like probably in the mid-range, and you get the most bang for your buck in like mid-range for anything. So I could have gone, if I went like Daniel Defense, which is just another brand, another company that makes ARs and AR parts. If I went Daniel Defense, I'd probably pay like $3,000 for my build. But I went with Aero Precision, and then it's really my upper, lower, and handguard, which goes over the barrel. It's a barrel shroud.
Okay.
That's where like all of your rails would be and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's all Aero Precision. My upper receiver, the handguard, and the lower receiver. And then I can't remember what brand my bolt carrier group or my barrel are. But anyways, my gun was like $1,200.
That's not bad.
Whereas, like I said, if I went Daniel Defense, it'd be a lot more expensive. Or you could do cheaper parts and maybe get away with like $700, $750.
Mm-hmm.
But Aero Precision is pretty good.
Interesting. Good to know.
Actually, they carry Aero Precision at Shields. So you could build basically my AR out of Shields. Yeah.
Maybe I'll take you with me next time.
Sounds good.
Once it become a resident.
Yeah, whenever you want to build your AR.
Whenever DMV stops being racist. But whatever.
Yeah.
I said I was going to talk about it, but I don't know if I should.
Feel free. Talk about it.
Fuck it. I went to DMV, right? And then literally I got off at work at 7 a.m. You know, went to go have breakfast. Kind of killed time because my appointment wasn't until like, I think it was like 11:45. I think it's 11:30ish. I don't know. Went to DMV after having breakfast. But, you know, came home, grabbed all my stuff, you know, made sure I have my passport, my ID, like mail, and proof that I live here. Went to a DMV, got my little number where I got to wait. Waited for about like an hour and a half. I was falling asleep halfway through. I was just like nodding off. I was like, dude.
You have work like the night before and then the night following?
Yeah, so I got off work at 7 a.m. Then I had to go back in for a 7 p.m. shift to 7 a.m. shift. And it was already like 12. Then it was like 1:30. I was like, dude, if I don't get home and get at least some sleep, I'm going to be cranky at work. So eventually, like an hour and a half goes by. It's like about 1:30ish. And I go up to the lady and I'm like, hey, look, I'm sorry I'm coming up here. I know it's not my turn, but I just want to make sure I have all the right paperwork. And that way I'm not waiting for no reason. You know, like, is this what I need to have my ID and my license and my residence here? And she's like, oh, yeah, you have the right stuff. And then she's like, but you're just missing your social security. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, I have my ID and my passport and I have my tax information. And she's like, yeah, but we need more proof because I don't really know if this is really you. I was like, bitch. You know, I was like super tired. And then, so I really didn't care. And then I don't know. She grabbed my ID and she waved it at me and she's like, are we going to have any issues with this? Any tickets or DUIs? You know what I mean? And I was like, I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, any issues? And I was like, no. Like, and I was thinking, I was like, wouldn't you fucking be able to see that if I did? And she's like, okay, well, I just need to make sure. And then she grabbed my passport. She's like, well, it's still valid. Okay, cool. And then she grabbed my other paperwork. She's like, we can't use your Capital One bank statements because that's junk mail. And I was like, that's not junk mail. That's all my shit information on there, like my bank statements and all that stuff. It's like, no.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's junk mail.
You gotta come back with that appropriate like paperwork and stuff. And I was like, so I'm like, so it's pointless for me to even wait. And she's like, yeah, I see you reschedule, and the next one is like November 18th that we have a date open. And I was like, oh my god. And then I don't know. I mean, I feel like, one, I look like shit because I was like half awake, half asleep.
Yeah.
Two, I guess she was doing her job. I can't really be too mad.
Had to make sure you had the right.
Yeah.
You do need your social security card to get your residency.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, social security. I mean, I brought mine when I did mine. Social security, either passport or birth certificate, and then of course your ID, your driver's license. That's usually the 3 forms of identification that they need.
Something I didn't know is that my ID is expired.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like yesterday, like the chick at the bar, she's like, oh, I just want to let you know your ID's expired. I was like, wait, what?
As of when?
As in my birthday.
No. Oh, as of your birthday. Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense.
So it expires I got my ID on my birthday. So I don't know if it goes off birthdays or anything, but
I'm pretty sure when you turn 28 is usually when. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. So yeah, for my birthday, I got that. Well, she told me, it's like, oh, it's expired. And I was like, wait, what? And I looked at my ID. I'm like, holy shit, it is. I thought I had 1 more year, but I guess not. But yeah, that's why I want to go and become a resident here. That way it'll be a lot cheaper in taxes, I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah, if
really
you're a California resident, so no, you're not working in California though, so you shouldn't be getting California income tax.
I shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be. Are you?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
I hope not.
Make sure you don't owe California any money.
Oh, I know I do.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
How much?
We will not discuss this.
We don't have to go about that. We don't have to talk about that. Dude, actually, speaking of owing California money, I got pulled over in the JZX90 going to Lake 2O this weekend because I have no plates on that car.
How did that go?
It was reasonable. It wasn't the worst. I got a ticket for non-registration, so a registration violation ticket because I didn't have plates and it wasn't registered. I did have insurance. I do have insurance for that car. But yeah, I went to Lake 2O, the car meet in Lake Tahoe, and I was driving with my roommate's little brother and his friends because they're like seniors in high school. And my roommate didn't want to go the night that I went, and like me and his brother are cool, so like we've hung out before. And so I ended up going down there. His little brother and his friends actually got an Airbnb, so I crashed with them after the meet because I didn't really feel like driving all the way back from Tahoe. But yeah, so in the morning we go, literally the Airbnb was 4 miles away from Starbucks. And we're driving not even a half mile away from the Airbnb. There's a cop just sitting on the side of the road just watching because it's a straightaway. And he knows it's Lake 2O, all these people in these souped up, tricked out cars. So, of course, it makes sense that he would be there. But I drive by and I see him pull off behind me. And I'm like, God damn, he's going to pull me over because I have no plates. And yeah, sat there for like 30 minutes trying to figure out, like, I had to get Anthony because I didn't keep any of the paperwork in the car. I didn't have my export certificate. I didn't have any of the paperwork in the car. So I had to have Anthony take a picture of the export certificate to send to me because it has like, Japan has slightly longer VIN numbers, like 2 extra digits. So it doesn't work in the US. So there's a lot of hoops that I have to jump through to get it registered here, but I have insurance.
That's good.
And I think I'm missing like maybe 1 or 2 pieces of paperwork to get it registered. But other than that, I think I should be able to get it registered within the next month.
How much do you pay for insurance?
100. Yeah, I know.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Bro, I pay like $179, $180.
That being said, they charged all of it up front, which I don't think they were supposed to do. Luckily, I had the cash, but they charged the full premium, the full year's premium, all at once.
Oh, nice.
So I got charged for $1,095.
I think you can do that.
You can. I didn't want to do that. I was expecting to. I looked at my bank account and I was like, I got $1,000 less. And yeah.
Oh, yeah, that shit hurts.
And I was just like, what? And so I looked at it and I was like, you know what? Honestly, it's not the worst thing.
It's like that meme. It's like when you have plans, but then bills have
Bills come in.
No, bills made plans before you did.
Oh, yeah, for real. For real. Bills make plans for you sometimes.
We were just talking about that earlier today in breakfast. I'm like, damn, babe, we still got to pay rent. She's like, yeah. I was like, I just paid that shit last month.
Oh, shoot. Speaking of rent. Actually, no, it's not quite the end of the month yet. I almost forgot that I need to pay rent.
I need to pay rent.
Yeah.
So, fuck, dude, I hate being poor. I'm not poor. I'm just kidding.
I hate having to pay for things to exist.
Exactly.
That's really what I hate.
I'm like this close and just running out to the wild.
Yeah, well, I mean, either way you got to pay. You either got to pay in blood, sweat, and tears or in cash, which you earn through blood, sweat, and tears typically. So,
I mean, mostly sweat.
Mostly sweat. And hopefully not much blood or tears, but definitely sweat.
Hurt legs.
Yeah, a lot of hurt legs.
And knee pain.
Knee pain, hurt legs. Your feet hurt. Your back hurts. You got rickets.
Stress levels.
Stress. Got
anxiety.
If you're sitting at the computer, what is it with your hands?
Carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel. Yeah.
Hunchback.
Dude, just posture. Fix your posture. You just gotta deadlift all the time.
Little T-Rex.
Like my tall ass sitting like this. I gotta like deadlift stance right now.
I know. I'm over here like caveman style, like Harambe looking ass. Tell me why I was laying in my couch with my lady, and then while she was looking at TikToks, I was looking at pictures of Harambe.
Man's is channeling his inner gorilla.
Bro, I swear. I saved like a couple of photos of him. I don't even know why. I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
This is last night?
This was like 2 hours before you showed up. We're just laying there on my sofa, and then I was just like,
mind is destroyed.
I was like, I can't believe we killed this guy.
Exhausted.
Like,
I can't believe it.
I was like, I really wanted to see this motherfucker.
Oh my god. I love that the established canon of our timeline is that in 2016, when they killed that gorilla, is when everything went to shit.
Bro, that is true.
That's
I feel like
the flashpoint.
I feel like that was the reason why everything went to shit.
That's what people say.
You never know.
You know another theory I've heard? So you know the particle collider, the big one, the CERN particle collider?
Dude.
What I've heard is actually also in 2016 when they turned the particle collider on is like the world ended and we got sucked into a different universe. Crazy stuff.
I believe that shit.
I don't believe it, but it's interesting.
No, I believe it.
Think of.
Like, because, I don't know. A lot, like,
maybe we opened a portal to hell and now hell is really here.
Maybe. No, well, maybe it's like slowly trickling in. You know how people say, like, if you fall into a black hole, you won't know you're in a black hole till you're dead, or like you would probably never know because it takes so long for you to be like stretched. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Like if you fall into a black hole, you won't know.
I don't think it takes that long for you because you like spaghettification is what you're talking about, where basically because the gravity of a black hole is like it's kind of like a hard wall that you hit where the gravity is just like extremely strong. But yeah, it just like stretches you out. Like part of you is just close enough that it gets pulled in faster than the rest of you.
But I believe we're so small that we don't get affected in that physical way. But I think time does.
It depends on if you go head first or if you like belly flop. Belly flop into the back hole.
But then again, the world is flat, so
yeah,
if you lay flat, you're right.
Of course, just lay flat.
You just teleport to a different dimension. Honestly, it's happened to me. That's why I'm here. Yeah, I lived life like 5 times already. Yeah.
Wow. So like Interstellar.
Yeah. So this is my 6th life here. At this point, I'm over it. Trust me, kids.
Imagine.
Trust me, kids. When you die, you just come back to life again.
Oh, okay. So reincarnation.
No, that dimension of you dies.
You just
continue
go
living.
into it. Okay.
So you continue processing life till you hit a certain knowledge, and you kind of full understands of life,
and then you become God.
and then you become
you
a
get your
universe.
own universe, and you have to be God.
Yes,
That's the spiritual journey we're all going through.
yeah.
Cool.
I'm listening to too much Joe Rogan, my guy.
I think that's a good spot to leave off.
I'm not on drugs, I swear.
DMT from the last episode.
For real.
You cracked your back and all that LSD came back.
Like a fucking glow stick.
That was the best. That glow stick.
Oh
So
my
good.
God. No, but yeah, that'd be a good one to leave off on.
We had a little bit of a late podcast. I just realized that I forgot to post on Instagram the last podcast.
It's okay. I'm not.
That one was uncensored. It's okay. That one can go. We'll do another one with Adam. That's a little bit more serious.
Yeah, a little bit more serious.
A little bit more serious.
But
It was a fun time though. That's for sure.
It was a fun time. I honestly thought he brought a lot of light into that podcast.
Absolutely.
I feel like
Absolutely.
he
was
made
a
it
very
interesting.
good addition.
Oh hell yeah!
Very good addition.
I think the couple guests that we've had so far.
Absolutely. We're definitely going to have Adam on again. We're definitely going to have Anthony on. We're probably going to have Jack on again too.
Yeah, definitely. And there is one guy I work with. He's actually a musician. He kind of sounds like he sounds like you know that guy that sings Tennessee Whiskey.
I think so. Yeah.
So he sounds like him, with a little bit of this other old school artist. I fucking forgot what he said, but he's like, and he's pretty good. Like he shared his music on Spotify with me and everything, and I shared my podcast. So shout out to him. He's a pretty cool guy.
Who is him? Because you've just referred to a person this entire time. Shout out to that guy that I know that I work with that does this.
The bro said a lot of words. Bro said a whole lot of nothing with a lot of words.
Pretty much.
Let's see here.
He'll know you're talking about him, but no one else knows who he is.
No, it's Chris Reed.
Chris Reed
with 2 E's.
Okay. It's CHRIS Reed REED.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
He has 32 monthly listeners.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he has over 1,000 songs played on his.
This is like country?
This is like, I don't know.
Or folk music?
He plays up in Tahoe a lot.
Okay.
And he plays like for like family events, beer events, stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
And he's pretty good. He's really good at guitar. I mean,
sick.
This reminds me of like single and looking for MILFs 0.5 miles away.
What?
Follow us on Jerkmates.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Let them hear the
sorry,
music,
Chris.
bro.
I'm sorry.
Let them hear the music. That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. He's pretty good.
That's
Definitely.
good.
Shout out to Chris Reed.
Yeah, dude.
You know, it might sound a little bit better if you go like right into the top of the mic with the. A little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, and
I like it.
He shreds really good on guitar. He showed me a lot of videos.
He should bring the guitar
That's exactly what
to the podcast and
Mhm.
just give us a little sample.
Oh, dude, yes.
We'll get him some chicks. There's no chicks that listen to this.
He I don't think he needs chicks.
He
bro.
probably doesn't.
You know what he told us? He's like, I can get you all laid. Just put a 20 in the tip jar, and I'll give you some shout outs, and I'll throw you a little love song here and there,
Yeah.
and make girls feel like, oh, or like, oh, he's single or something, and they'll come up to you. Trust me, it's happened all the time. And I was like,
Okay.
I'm in a relationship, my guy, but buddy over here,
hey.
take him off.
Honestly, where I'm at, I'm just like, there's certain things that I want to set up for myself before I really try and get into a relationship. Right now, I'm just cool talking and being friends with people, because relationships and women and all of that is just, it takes a lot of energy. And it's hard to find a good one that's down to stick through the bullshit when you're trying to focus on building.
Oh, yeah. It's
Because I want to get a house in like a year or two.
I think that's my next step too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think I could do that. I think I'm on the right track to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
I've been following a lot of listening to a lot of Fresh and Fit podcasts about their finances.
Their Money Mondays. Their Money
Bro.
Mondays are fire, dude.
Yes, and
Anyone that wants to learn about finances, learning different business ventures, different ways to make money than what you've been taught in school traditionally, Fresh and Fit Money Mondays, they're great. They're phenomenal. They teach you everything you might need to know about crypto, real estate investing,
credit.
Credit is huge. They really go in on credit a lot, whether it's a business card or a personal card, how to fix your credit, how to build your credit to be like phenomenal, how to use the credit cards the most intelligent way so that you don't screw yourself, you get free points and stuff back, all of that.
Like something I learned from them, I was really scared of getting a credit card just because I know the consequences of it.
Yeah.
And then past stuff that I've put myself in through. And it's like, why aren't you using your credit card to pay off debt or pay off other bills? Or, why aren't you using that to rebuild yourself? And at the same time, tackling the debt you have already in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck, that's true. It's like, if you have the money, use the credit and then just pay off the credit card.
Yeah. So like if you have, let's say your monthly bills without using a credit card, you can afford to pay $1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you have a credit card, you could just put all of that $1,000 on the credit card. It builds your credit and you just pay it off with your cash that you have. And if you use it that way, that builds your credit so much faster than just like using it every now and then on small things.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, for the most part, you can get points back and stuff like that that'll get you free plane rides or reduced prices at least. Cashback cards are the best.
Yeah, and they do add up real quick.
They do. If you use it for everything and just pay it off, like honestly, it's best if you are on top of your finances, on top of your spending, and you're tracking how much you're making and spending well. Then as long as you stay within your means, then if you put everything on your credit card and just pay it off with your cash, you get so much more free stuff than you would get if you just used cash.
Yeah.
That's basically all of it. They go in a lot deeper than we did on how to use it, what the good cards are to get and stuff like that. But yeah, Fresh and Fit, Money Mondays, phenomenal.
Yeah, learned a lot from them. Also paying little debt, tackling little debt first, and then progressing to the bigger one. Because if you're just like, oh, you see this big fucking fat chunk of debt, like 20 grand, right? And then you have this other one that's like 500, 800. Easily you can pay that off.
Yeah.
But if you're just focusing on the big one, and
you
then
got this little $500 to $800 one that's holding you down and just,
They said basically pay that little one off and then progress to the bigger one. Boom, boom, boom. Just like climbing up the ladder. Because if you're just trying to pay off the biggest one, you're going to lose hope and you're just going to be like, oh, I can't fucking pay that off. And then you waste that money that you were supposed to waste that was going towards that debt.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of discipline.
It does.
A lot of ego killing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you're like,
you want to spend because you want to be the guy that has it or whatever, stuff like that. It's just you want to keep up with the Joneses, that kind of thing. Like your neighbor gets something cool, so you got to get something cool. It's like, it's not. That's a good way to stay broke. That's how the poor stay poor, by following the crowd.
Yep. And it takes a lot, and it is hard because I've been there when I was younger.
I have definitely also been there.
Yeah, especially when I was younger, I was very egotistic and very prideful. Now, kind of, a lot of reflection during time, and it makes me realize, okay,
maybe I should not have my head up my ass when it comes to spending money.
Exactly.
I have been there.
A lot of times, maybe you ask yourself, why am I always broke?
Many of us have been there. Yeah, seriously. Why am I always broke?
Yeah, like, why is this person?
Because you spend like an idiot. You spend like you got it.
It's the little things that add up to bigger things. Like, oh, let's
getting
go out to
Starbucks
eat.
every day, going out to eat, all of that. All of that
what
adds
makes you
up
broke.
so fast. $5 a day for 10 days is $50. For a month is $150. For, like for a year, that's what, 12 times 150.
I can confirm that. Trust me.
It's a lot. And it's not $5 anymore either. It's like $6 something. Because we all know everybody's getting ventis, getting them venti macchiato whatevers.
This is my order every time I go to work, okay?
$6, $7.
And sometimes it's needed, but sometimes it's not. Like there's times where I'm like, I got into the point where like I don't really need to drink coffee today. Like I got water, I got an extra Red Bull in the fridge or something, or we got coffee at work.
Yeah.
Go to Starbucks. My order comes out to like 5 something. I add 1 or 2 espresso shots. Comes out to like $7.67. That's what I pay 3 days out of the week that I go to work. So that's what, $7, $21 a week.
Yeah, it's already 21.
Get out of here. But yeah,
it adds up. It adds up so fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how fast all the little things that you don't even realize you're spending money on, they add up. So do your best to get on. Like the best way to do it is to build yourself a spreadsheet of all of your expenses. Every single thing that you've spent money on for the last 3 months, put it on a spreadsheet, organize it into what you're spending that money on, what your income is, and just figure out where your money's coming from and what it's going to, and then organize that, figure out, just trim the fat. Whatever you can get rid of, just stop spending money on those things. It does take self-discipline. You will feel it, but you got to do it. Otherwise, you will stay poor.
Yeah. And, even some of the banks help you out too. Like they have this budget calculator where it just shows you, it separates everything. Like if it's groceries, if it's dinner, if it's gas, all that stuff. So you don't even have to go like old school spreadsheet, or there's apps too.
Yeah, you can use the apps. You can do the spreadsheet however you want to do it. I personally like doing the spreadsheet because when you do it manually and you put that time into it, it feels a lot like it's a lot easier to cement it into your mind that it's important.
I like that, actually.
You know, doing it the old school way, if you got to take out a pen and paper, do it that way.
If it worked
you don't
before,
have a computer, whatever.
It'll still work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if it works for our parents, if they did that, then it'll still
they
work
probably
for you.
did. You got just a cash flow worksheet of money in, money out.
And then you realize how much you're seeing.
Organize what those things are. Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, dude.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, it's probably a good spot to leave off. We actually added some really good info at the end there.
I believe so too.
So hopefully you guys that are still listening enjoyed that. And we will see you guys next week.
Later, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Deuces.